The Pelicans fought in their home opener, pushing this one to overtime. Zion Williamson showed out once again and made this one extremely dramatic. Trey Murphy hit some big shots. He had 24 on the night, but Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs were just a little bit too much. And despite Wemby fouling out in overtime, early in overtime, the Spurs were able to grab the 120-116 win over the New Orleans Pelicans. So welcome into Pelicans OT right here on the Gulf Coast Sports and Entertainment Network at the Smoothie King Center with these fans who were treated to a very fun game tonight. Wes Johnson, Aaron Summers here. Wow. We couldn't have asked for a better game except for the win. Wow.
Right. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, it came down to those single possessions. You know, when Wemby went out, you saw the game plan with Wemby. It was great. It was there. Forcing them 12 points, I think, at halftime. Like, we were doing the job there. But once he fouled out, that was those principles and those little details of the rotations. Who's going to be the low man? Who's going to, like, stick and get back on, especially in the zone. So those little minor things towards the end of the game, that can hurt you. But we fought hard throughout the course of the game.
The Pelicans had 107 points after regulation, so they were definitely finding their way to the hoop. And it started with Trey Murphy, who had a bounce-back game. After struggling a little bit in Memphis, he had 24 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals. He was doing a little bit of everything and helping provide that offensive boost for the Pels.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. I mean, you have a shooting game that like we thought he was going to have, especially coming out. But he did everything as far as his mid-range, playing defense, like getting involved in the transition, extra passing, getting everybody involved. But you want to see him have an impact on a game like this. This shows the versatility of Trey. Like, he's just not a one-dimensional player from shooting deep threes. He's able to touch and really impact the game in all different ways. So him showing the mid-range and being able to rebound, pass, and all. So this is the evolution of him growing into the player that we all want to see.
Mm-hmm. Zion Williamson started this game with an emphatic dunk over Victor Wembanyama, and then he just kind of continued to bring that flair throughout the game. He had some really big moments.
Right.
A minute to go in this game, Zion had a steal, and that led to a Trey shot eventually. And then Zion had that beautiful shot to tie things up at the end of the game. I mean, he definitely showed a lot of leadership in this one tonight.
For sure. I agree with you totally with that, because we talk about Zion dunks, Zion affecting the game on the offensive side, but defensively, that's where you see him making that leap. I mean, sorry, that dunk was crazy. Start the game dunking right over Wemby. That was a statement. But going back to Zion, he is able to affect the game in so many ways, especially on the defensive end. But he brought so much attention, and he's one of those guys that makes the right play majority of every time. Like, if there are two, he makes the right pass. So having that guy on your side and knowing that he's going to dominate the game the way he does is only going to be upside. And then it's going to improve throughout the course of the season.
The main focus coming into this game was how to contain or maybe limit Victor Wembanyama. And he ends up getting his towards the end of the game. He does foul out. They were making life hard for him in this one. What were the Pelicans doing that you were impressed by?
Just the physicality. Meeting them early, getting underneath them, not letting them be able to just feel comfortable with his dribble and then getting to his spot. So you saw different schemes at him. The trap in the second half was great. You throwing different schemes at him. You can't see, especially with a player, a superstar like this, you can't give him a steady diet of anything. Mm-hmm. You have to mix it up. So us throwing different bodies at him, us throwing different schemes at him was making him uncomfortable. You can see the stat line, 29, 11, and 9. It's crazy to say, but he had 40 the other night.
Right.
So you have to limit him some way, but we did a great job.
They made him work, and he ended up fouling out when you got into overtime.
Right.
So you had a really good opportunity there to grab this game. You take a look at the final stats here presented by Auctioneer Health. There's a lot of similarities there. I mean, this was a very tight game.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, and then if you can go back to those single possessions, those little details, as far as when he goes out the game, what are your defensive principles? And then they slipping screens, and then the low man is not there, we skip out for a 3. Those are little things that beat you toward the end of the game. Your scheme going with Wemby was great. You had it down pat. It's just those little minor details towards the end of the game, throughout the course of the game, that could really hurt you towards the end.
Well, on the other side of this break, we're going to take a look at the newcomers, a couple rookies that started overtime for the Pelicans. Huge impact in this game, and we're going to hear from one of the players in a mic'd up special. So stay with us right here on Pelicans OT. Zion Williamson.
Oh.
Whew, yeah, he had a night. A lot of fun to watch in this one, and he led the Pelicans to a tough overtime loss to the San Antonio Spurs, 120-116. Back here on Pelicans OT, Wes Johnson, Aaron Summers. What was really cool to see in this one, though, was the rookies.
Yes.
It was almost like Derek Queen took a huge step forward already in game 2. He ended up playing 35 minutes in this game. He had 15 points, 6 rebounds, and he started overtime for the Pelicans. What does that tell you already about how he's growing and what he can do here?
He belongs. I mean, that was just, it's evident. He belongs. I mean, he has all the confidence in himself. So, I mean, you've seen him in college do his thing. You've seen him through high school have all the hype, but he came on the floor and he showed it. He had all, from guarding Wemby, it was like you think he's going to have one of those, okay, welcome to the NBA moments.
He did.
But it wasn't. He was out there guarding, holding his own, making plays on the offensive end, making plays on the defensive end. So you just look at it like you see the upside of him. So it was a great pickup.
Yeah. Alongside Derek Queen, you had Jeremiah Fears fighting through in this one, too. He also started the overtime stretch. Jordan Poole, again, continues to show you why he's going to be so valuable for this Pelicans squad. Starting point guard. He had 21 points tonight, and he had some big plays throughout this one.
Yes, I mean, Jordan's been around. He's been able to score. He's been able to really be able to be those, I would say, those heartbreaking threes. But him being able to put the ball on the floor, really slow the game down, but really get into there and make those energy plays as far as those big dynamic shots. You want to see your point guard, the guy that's head of the snake, do those plays for you. So having him at the point guard position, being able to knock down a shot, giving Zion space is something that you're going to need, especially going through this long season.
Throughout practice, you see Jordan Poole stopping things and talking to the players. His leadership is evident, and he is very animated. He had some big moments in this game. I would have loved to hear what he had to say, and luckily, we had a mic on him tonight. So we are going to take a listen in to Jordan Poole in this game tonight.
Trey, good job, boy. Trey. Hey. Yo. So did we have to put these on? What? This stuff on? No. No. These? Yeah. No. Put on because in some arenas it be freezing. Some arenas got like hockey rinks underneath. So it'd be a little bit colder like Boston or DC. Good job, Z. Bang, bang, Sadiq. Hell yeah. Good pass, my boy. Good pass, Trey, baby. Good job, one more. Good job. Hey, Sadiq.
You can hear it there. Yeah. Just him talking to his teammates, encouraging them throughout the game, and even giving some advice to the rookie, Derek Queen, on putting your warm-ups back on so you can stay warm, and which arenas have that ice underneath them because they're also dual-purpose hockey rinks. So, I mean, you're getting all of it when you get Jordan Poole.
Sound advice. It is cold in certain arenas, but him being able to give that energy back to all the teammates. I mean, you need that. Just being able to be good shot, good pass. Like you want that because it goes down the line. And then you hear him saying it. It's like when you open the door for somebody. Oh, he opened the door. You go to the next door. Somebody open the door for you. So that is something that you want as a teammate, that somebody's going to obviously pat you on the back and pick you up when it's going wrong or going right.
Hey, lots of good stuff happening right now with this Pelicans team. It has been a fun start to the season. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from head coach Willie Green. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Love watching Jordan Poole.
Obviously, tough loss, but let's start with the rookies and trusting those guys at the end of the game. And just what did you see from both of them, Jeremiah and DQ?
I saw a lot of poise from both guys at the end of the game, throughout the whole game, really. And just their competitiveness, you can see it. Like they want it. And, when you evaluate those two guys on the floor with our group, the future is bright. And so that's some of the positives that you can take from the game, for sure.
And obviously, we're kind of going into overtime. There was a lot of, if you go back to the other night, we saw the third quarter, and that was kind of where things got away. This one had a few of those moments where it seemed like it could get away, keep kind of fighting, get yourself into overtime. What were kind of your thoughts just from that point about how things went?
Yeah, I loved our resiliency. I loved our fight throughout the whole game, especially when we got down. We fought right back, just made the right plays. Defensively, we just tried to mix it up on those guys a bit. And, like I told our group, they got nothing to hang their heads about. I get it. Nobody wants to lose, tough loss. But those guys, they battled. They were connected. That's a good team over there. And we gave them everything they wanted and more. And just a couple key plays that we got to clean up. We'll keep working on it together as a group. And, this is going to help us as we look big picture.
Taking a look at the game summary here, Andrew Lopez mentioned it. The third quarter was the problem against Memphis.
Yeah.
But here tonight, the Pelicans hung in there. The Spurs did beat them 25-22 in that quarter, but that in itself shows growth, that they were able to lock in, not lose that frame.
Exactly.
And then force overtime. Eventually, you're going to be able to start closing some games. We're early on in the season, and you have a lot of new pieces that are still learning, the system and each other.
Exactly. I mean, you said it. New guys and you're talking about young guys at that. And you're saying they can play 35 minutes. That's a rookie that's out there in quality time, and he made an impact. So having those guys out there, you've seen the stat lines go across for everybody, but the contribute from everybody was there. From the tip to the end, it was there. So for me, just seeing the guys and knowing it's a long season, but like Willie said, we have a lot to look forward to.
The future is bright.
Very bright.
For those two and for this Pelicans team, there's a lot to look forward to in the next game here at the Smoothie King Center Monday against the Celtics. The Celtics, of course, without Jason Tatum. So that is obviously a big loss for them.
Yeah.
They were still have a lot of other players you have to worry about.
They do. They have a lot of other players. Jaylen Brown being one. Peyton Pritchard, Anthony Simons. But, they're out with Jason Tatum. I think we should take advantage of that like everybody did last year. So I think we will look forward to coming in Monday with our chip on our shoulder. We let this one slip away, so we can't allow that one to.
The Celtics did start the season 0-2. They lost again tonight to the Knicks. They do have a game on Sunday, 2:30 at Detroit. So they're going to come in on a back-to-back.
Right.
Definitely need to take advantage of things
early.
on Monday. Early. As Coach Green likes to say, you got to throw the first punch, and then you got to continue to knock them out.
Keep
right?
swinging.
Like, we got to get the knockout on Monday night against the Celtics. This has been a great home opener, though, for the Pelicans. They fought through some adversity, and they gave us an overtime thriller. Zion Williamson always going to bring some showtime, and, of course, the fans loved it. The SKC was rocking tonight. We need that kind of energy again on Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. The Pelicans dropped this one 120.